Today we're going to discuss about the special parliament session that's going to happen in between the days of September 18 to September 22.
Agenda for the special parliament session is out on the September 18th.
At first, let me discuss about One India, One Election plan.
Here in India, the rumour mills are buzzing. There is talk of one nation, one election. The government has now created a special committee. It will be headed by India's former president, Ram Nath Kovind.
This One India, One Election plan is not new to India, and this happens before in history. The first general elections to the Lok Sabha and the all state legislative assemblies were held together in 1951 to 1952. That practice continues to over the three subsequent general elections held in the years of 1957, 1962 and 1967. However, due to the premature dissolution of some legislative assemblies in 1968 and 1969, the cycle got distributed for the first time. Let me see the benefits of One India, One Election.
अभी तो कमेटी रचा है, इतना घबराने का क्या जरूरत है?
वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन ही आज की आवश्यकता है.
At first, the One India, One Election gives the benefits of to overcome the inefficiencies of Model Code of Conduct mode. The Model Code of Conduct mode means the set of guidelines given by the Indian Election Commission, and it will be a lengthy period for some states and for also the parliamentary elections. And not only this, by conducting this mode of election, the parties and the election commission will save more money that can use to the public people. And not only that, the India's election considers to be the world's most expensive election. Happens across the world. And another important thing is that the governance of the election. To govern the election, the public school teachers are involved. By this, demerits of One India, One Election is that
ஒரு நாடு ஒரே தேர்தல் என்பது சதி திட்டம் என்று கடுமையாக சாடியுள்ள முதலமைச்சர் மு க ஸ்டாலின் அதிபராகும் முயற்சியில் பிரதமர் மோடி இருப்பதாகவும் பகிரங்கமாக குற்றம் சாட்டியுள்ளார்.
இந்தியா ஒரே நாடா பல நாடுகளின் ஐக்கியமா ஒன்றியமா?
By implementing One India, One Election, it would require the significant constitutional amendments. The current constitutional provisions mandated a fixed tenure for Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies, and any alternative to this arrangement would require complex legal changes that would face resistance and hurdles. States in India have different political dynamics, and the governments may fall or face instability before completing their full term. And another important thing is the influence of national trends. Simultaneously, the elections may lead to the wave effect, where the outcome of the national election significantly influences the state elections and vice versa. This could result in a situation where regional concerns and preferences are overshadowed by the national sentiment, reducing the autonomy of the state level governance. The main and the most important thing is that impact on federal structure. The Indian political system is based on federal structure, where states have significant autonomy and power. One India, One Election could potentially distribute this federal balance, as simultaneously elections might lead to the dominance of national issues and centralization of power. The concept of One India, One Election has its merits and drawbacks. While it offers advantages like cost efficiencies, administrative efficiencies, and continuous governance, it also faces significant challenges such as constitutional hurdles, regional identity erosions, and potential disruptions to the federal structure. Implementing One India, One Election would require careful consideration and broad consensus among political parties, state governments, and citizens to strike a balance between its advantages and disadvantages. Ultimately, the success of such major electoral reform would depend on the ability to address and the concerns while upholding the principles of democracy and federalism. And not only this, India is going to be changed as Bharat.
Speculation is rife that the Indian government might want to officially change the country's name to Bharat. The cause of the speculation? A dinner invite. An official dinner invite to G20 delegates from the country's president mentioned President of Bharat instead of President of India. Now, using India for official invites, documentation, speeches, etc. has always been the convention. So the mention of Bharat was surprising.
In recent G20 summit, Prime Minister Modi had placed a board in front of him as Bharat, not as India.
I'll have to urge you to say Bharat more often because Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his nameplate has put Bharat. So clearly the intent is to start calling the nation Bharat more than India, and somewhere officially it should start reflecting very, very soon.
And many of them says that this name change is because of the opposition political parties, that they kept their name as INDIA, that means an India.
मेरे को पास कोई आधिकारिक सूचना नहीं है इस बारे में कि ऐसा वो करने जा रहे हैं, लेकिन जैसा आप लोग बता रहे हैं ऐसी उड़ती उड़ती हवा सुनी है। ऐसा क्यों किया जा रहा है? ऐसा कहा जा रहा है, इसलिए किया जा रहा है क्योंकि इंडिया नाम का कई सारी पार्टियों का एक अलायंस बना है जिसका नाम इंडिया है। तो अगर किसी पार्टियों का अलायंस इंडिया बन जाता है तो वो देश का नाम बदल देंगे। देश तो 140 करोड़ लोगों का है, किसी एक पार्टी का देश थोड़ी है। कल मान लीजिए इस इंडिया अलायंस ने अपना नाम बदल के भारत रख लिया, तो फिर भारत भी बदल देंगे। फिर क्या भारत का नाम बीजेपी रखेंगे?
Some of them supporting the name change and some of them opposing that name change.
আর আজকে আমাদের কাছে পদে পদে বাধা, বলে দিচ্ছে এডুকেশন ডিপার্টমেন্ট রাজ্য সরকারের হাতে থাকবে না। আজকে তো ইন্ডিয়ার নাম চেঞ্জ করে দিচ্ছে আমি শুনলাম। মাননীয় রাষ্ট্রপতির নামে যে কার্ড হয়েছে G20 লাঞ্চে না ডিনারে, তাতে লেখা আছে ভারত বলে। আরে ভারত তোমরা বলি, এতে নতুনত্ব কি আছে? ইংরেজিতে বলি ইন্ডিয়া, ইন্ডিয়ান কনস্টিটিউশন, হিন্দিতে বলে ভারত কা সংবিধান। ভারত তো আমরাও বলি, মনে নেই? ভারত আমার, ভারতবর্ষ স্বদেশ আমার স্বপ্ন গো। কিন্তু নতুন করে কিছু করার নেই। কিন্তু ইন্ডিয়ার নামটা নামে সারা বিশ্ব চেনে। হঠাৎ এমন কি হলো আজকে দেশের নামটাও চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে? কবে কবি ঠাকুরের নাম চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে? বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়গুলো সব নাম চেঞ্জ করে দিচ্ছে, বড় বড় ঐতিহাসিক সৌধ তার নাম চেঞ্জ করে দিচ্ছে।
And finally friends, the name can be changed to something or anything, but the living standards of poor people, common public people of India should be changed, and this wants to be the main motive and perspective of the upcoming political parties that going to be rule India, and we wish that. And tell me friends, what do you think about the One India, One Election scheme and the name change of India? And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel.